Good afternoon, everyone. I believe mine is the last one before the lunch comes in. Yeah. Okay. Whatever forums I'm attending, fundamentally, we're talking about consumer. We're talking about experience. We're talking about how to recruit new consumer, how to retain the old consumer, what is a CAC, what is anything and everything. But usually no one, currently, no one is talking about the store, what is happening in the store, what kind of a stores, uh, international, what is happening in the retail store and what is happening in the Indian store. So my topic is very, very different than the current theme of what we're discussing is fundamentally, you know, I'm saying consumer is becoming, e-commerce is becoming flat and uninspiring. It's the same kind of reel, same kind of content which is being going, where a consumer is, looking at anything and everything in the same way around, instead of, where he's craving for more connections, more personal experience, more radical convenience of shopping. Because at the end of the day, as an Indian, as a consumer, we still likes to go to the store, have a touch and feel of the product, talk to the sales executive, talk about our issues or our requirements with him, and then make a buy, right? While all of us talk about the online. I'm saying the retail fundamentally is moving away from a sales time square meter to an experience time square meter, right? Now, what is experiential store? What does it mean to us? Experiential store fundamentally is immersive, interactive, personalized, and non-traditional, right? And that's where I believe, most of us needs to go, because for us, store is now uh, has become more of a place where the consumer come and shop. But what he is doing, we don't talk much about that. Now, what is immersive? Immersive fundamentally means AR, VR. I'll take you through some of the examples what is happening internationally, and at our level in a BlackBerry, what we are doing. We're doing something else also. Thematic store designs, multi-sensory elements like lighting, music, scents. What is interactive? Having interactive storefront windows, store displays, in-store beacons, mobile apps, which is Starbucks, is doing wonderfully. You place an order, you go to the store, by the time you reach the store, the coffee is ready, you can pick it up and move out of the store. Digital signages that responds to the customer interaction with the signage. Rather than being a one-way communication, it's a two-way communication. Personalize, I don't know how many of you have seen Nike international website where they do the personalization of the slipper. They fundamentally, in a single sneaker, they have 12 elements which you can personalize. I mean, if none of you have seen it, or some of you should actually go and see how far they are going to detail out or detailing out that particular level of a personalization in a sneaker, right? Embroidery, tailoring, geofencing. Non-traditional, some of the brands are doing community building, some of brands are doing workshop, fitness classes. So, I don't know, again, how many of you know Casper as a brand? It's a mattress brand, it's a sleep brand. What they're doing internationally is they have done the small pods into their store where a consumer can pay a $25 rupees, go to the pod, sleep there, get up, have his coffee, and then move out of the store, right? So they are taking a sleep to a next level. It's not about you need to buy the mattress. It's fundamentally you need to experience the mattresses, and that's what they're creating in their stores. South Korea brand, Gentle Monster, in a very and a different kind of displays which they're doing. They're present, I think, approximately in 12 odd countries. There's in-store displays. Now, this is something, my reason of showing is, of all these pictures or the videos which will come next, is fundamental to, that a consumer is fundamentally, how do you interact with this consumer? How do consumer come to your store and say, when I'm coming to this particular brand, there is something different which is happening. There is something else which I move into the store and I can actually feel. It's not about buying it, it's about experiencing that particular store in its its overall as a visual merchandise, as a spaces, as interaction. Now these kinds of things is something which I believe needs to for us to think about it. Nike is doing a wonderful job. If you look up their stores, they're into a different level altogether. So there is one thing about being in online and one thing about being in a store. At the end of the day, we are still a retail economy. We want to go to the store, but what we see is the same thing. House of Van does a skating board inside the stores. They have their community session. They organize different paintings exhibition inside the store. So fundamentally, they are so they're calling the consumer to interact with them. They're calling the consumer to experience the store, and the sale comes as a part of it. It's not the sale which is coming, because sale cannot be the only criteria which a consumer will come to you. Consumer has to come to you to interact with you as a brand. Amazon Go, most of you have seen it. The kind of stores which they're doing internationally. Sorry, new music here. So at a BlackBerry also, we've been thinking about doing something different in terms of how do we get the consumer to interact with the product rather than a sales manager who is pitching a particular product to him ki buy kar lijiye, rather than what the products are, what the features are, what kind of interaction we can do with them. So those are all things which we're doing. Going ahead, for example, Glossier. They kind of have, you visit the store, you do the shopping, you place an order on the tab, the conveyor belt from up and down comes and delivers the products to you. So there is no rocket science into it. It is something that when the consumer is walking to your store, he is seeing you in a different light altogether, rather than the same thing. This is Adidas. So they have developed this concept of you rating a particular product. You go to the store, you rate a particular product right in the store, which is the news coming, and the products keeps on shifting based on the best rated product which you give, you get a rewards. So they have this wall of a city where all the events are happening across the city. Consumer can go and scan the particular place, look at the event which is happening in that particular city, and actually go to them. Rather than there's a catalog which is coming, and you can look at the isme yahan pe event ho raha hai, and you go and visit them. Rather than they created that interactive avenue inside the store itself. On London, fundamentally they are They're taking you through the product, what's the physical, what the product is all about, what kind of features the product has, how you can utilize that particular product in a way, right? So they talk about via the sensory part of an experience rather than about being a salesman who's sitting there and actually telling you about the particular product. New house in Amsterdam. So what they are doing is more towards the community building. So they have a car showroom which is in the basement. On the other floors, sorry. So other floors they conduct the community events. They have coffee shops. They invite people to have a discussion. They invite startups to make their presentation. They invite different people so that a consumer can go relax in that particular environment without having to bother about what I need to buy or what should I buy. So the sale will happen, but it's about that customer interaction, which is what they are promoting. I don't know, most of you know about it, that Levi's has built up a complete stadium in US where the main aim was the consumer can actually walk into the denim and have that interaction with the Levi's as a brand, as a product, right inside the stadium when he is either is available as friends or he's available with his family and have that interaction going on. Some of the other examples being Soulfire, juices and smoothie bars, John Lewis, which is about cooking classes, session on speed and cardio, Lush Cosmetics, most of you may know about them as a bath bombs right inside the stores. They put that demos there. Wayfair and IKEA have home installation services. Nosdam fundamentally is looking click and collect as a service rather than a full-fledged stores. Fab India, right here, integrating fashion with the home decor. Most of you must have seen that. In-store cafes. Anita Dongre and Raw Mango about the sustainability. Patagonia about the recyclable products. What the product is all about. Dresden, fundamentally, he takes the plastic waste from Australian beaches, frame them, get them into the frame, and let the consumer select what kind of a frame they want to make, or lenses which they want to do, and get that exchange right then and there in the store, rather than saying, look, this is what you need to buy and this is what is available. So they help them customize. Now, here, at our level, what is our take on experiential? So we have something which we call as of today, and something which we call what the plans. For us, it's fundamentally we internally within our ecosystem of 1,200 doors, we say what's a moment of truth for us. So a moment of truth for us is actually call handling, greeting the consumer, identification, recommendations, garment. So we have these 7 points on which we want a consumer to experience us, consumer to interact with us, and our store people to interact with us, consumer. We have something called engaging like a fit expert. We have something called stellar consumer experiences. And then we have multiple parts of this moving in. So just take you through one of them. For us, every call is an opportunity for building a customer relationship. Every call, which is a consumer calling you through a GMB or directly through your phone number, lead to a customer delights. We fundamentally ensure that all the calls within all our Coco Fofo stores get answered within 3 rings. We don't put customer on a hold for more than 30 seconds. When a customer enters the store, a sales executive should stand anywhere between 5 feet to 7 feet from the store. All FCs are busy. SM store manager needs to stand. It's not the store manager has to stand behind the a cash counter. Every customer should not be contacted within 30 seconds of entering the store. Right? You still need to give a space. So 30 seconds is a starting window. Possibly sometimes the consumer wants to take more time, and you need to understand how the consumer is behaving, and then only get in touch with the consumer. We have something called planned moment of truth. What we are working on currently for the year 2025 is showrooming as a concept. We're working on a tailored shopping experience. So we are in our store appointing a stylist. As an advisor across, so we starting with around 10 major stores this month, then moving to all 180 COCO stores and 280 FOFO stores, and saying that we will have a stylist on demand where a consumer can come during an occasion, take the services of a stylist as a free on offer services, and understand what he wants to buy and what will look good on him. So we will be extending these services in the store, over the online, and also through something called hotline as a services. We are also working on a concept of defining different tiered store concepts where based on the history of a particular city, the store will get defined either in terms of the size, in terms of the merchandise, in terms of the staff, in terms of the interaction on the digital screens and everything. So that's our thought process going ahead. To the last slide. The key is when a customer walks away thinking, wow, I love doing business with them and I wanted to tell others about the experience. So that's what we are working on as a part of experiential strategy for us as a BlackBerry. Yeah, I think that's all it to me. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Paritosh. I am almost ready for some good old retail therapy and go to one of those stores and, maybe Vans, maybe that's my choice. Anyone else? Thank you so much. This is a small token of our appreciation. Anyone else? Any favorite stores from the list that he mentioned? I can't see you guys. Too much light on my face.